The Suns trailing. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And a big finish right there.
He destroyed the rim.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Booker no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Brunson. Outside Robinson. Towns, right side. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Knicks.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Phoenix making a switch here. That'll be a 5-second call. New York ball. .114 left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Greg.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Towns, right side. Here's Robinson. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Richards. Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
That's the size and reach of Kevin Durant at the rim. Yes, sir.
Pass to Harden. Drives to the hoop. And Durant with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. They swipe it. And the Suns pushing it up now. That shot is good by O'Neal.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Down low. Here's Richards. 4 seconds left. Good work defensively by Robinson. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. New York out in front.
The Suns, 13.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Beal outside. Back to Allen. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
To the middle. Here's Bridges. Phoenix grabs the miss. Jones with the ball. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
To the paint. Towns, that's good. Towns has got 9.
Now that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
Here's Plumlee. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
New York ball. Substitution for the Suns. Nick Richards. Royce O'Neal.
Here's Brunson. No points so far. Towns outside. Pass to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Inside. In low. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
Knicks lead.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Here's Brunson. Back to Robinson. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Here's Bridges. Banked it in off the glass. Bridges has gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Clock at 2. Beal from outside. And another shot. Right side Booker. Pass to Durant. Goes up again. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks with the lead. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
And B.A., he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days. But in the end, he has carved out one heck of a career.
To the paint. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That's the ability to see the game a step forward. Durant has it and makes his teammate look good.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Back to Robinson. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Booker looking around. To the middle. Here's Jones. Outside Durant. Oh, Robinson with a block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Phoenix making a switch here. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Knicks ball.
And here's New York now. Pass to Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Robinson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority, and he does there.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Brunson is doubled. Bridges misses. It's Booker on the wing. Outside Durant. It could go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game. That's been very close so far. It's the Knicks up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Down low. Here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Well, this guy is never afraid to take it to the rim. And sometimes that means up and over it, Bradley Beal.
Outside Durant. Jacks up a 3. KD, what else would you expect?
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA, it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Pass to Towns. To the inside. Ooh, and they immediately... answer back with a dunk on the other end.
You can tell Karl-Anthony Towns is about the team. This guy's solid at working the basketball around.
Inside, O'Neal. And here's Richards. Achua with some nice D. And Bridges, here we go. The offensive rebound. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Outside Booker. Screen by O'Neal. Pass to Durant. KD jams it straight down.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Achua with the dunk.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Here's O'Neal. Outside Durant. Pass to Richards. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. To the middle. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Oh, my. Booker just throwing it down.
Kevin Durant.
Booker is always on the attack. That's nice.
Devin Booker is a two-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a three-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Down low. Here's Hart. Done with a steal. Here's Booker. Pass to Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
How about the vision from Devin Booker? Yes, he can score it, but that's a pretty pass.
Bridges outside. 1:49 left in the third. Here's Brunson. And no good. The dry spell continues. Phoenix leading by 10. Durant with it. And it's Brunson picking him up. A deep three. And they recover it. Out to Beal. Off target with the three. Pass to Achua. That shot missing. Nice D from Durant. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, BA, he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks.
And now the Suns fast break. Count that one. Booker's gotten 4 this quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Takes the three. The shot by Dunn, no good.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson.
Boy, the ability to stop on the dime and rise and fire. Jalen Brunson, that is outstanding.
Pass to Beal. To the paint. Here's Richards. Now here's Durant. He's got 18. Fires the three. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Sit down. We have an answer.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Time to get loud now, everyone, because it's time for a t-shirt talk. Loudest section in the building gets free t-shirts. Who wants a t-shirt? Right now, the loudest section is getting t-shirts. Get on your feet.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau.
Fish
Coach
wanna
wants
be
to
a
speak
sport
to his
and figure
guys,
it
maybe
out.
alter some of the game plan.
And make some noise for your Knicks City Dancer. Round of applause to your Knicks City Dancer.
And here's Brunson. He gets it up. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back.
The
Sun
46. Here we go, fans.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Knicks trail by 10. Down low. Here's Hart. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Boy, you have to love how Jalen Brunson orchestrates this offense. So good at getting the ball where it needs to be.
Booker, good.
That is a really pretty finish. Just gently dropped in the finger roll.
Bridges down low. Outside Brunson. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
From the baseline. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Bridges. Left side Brunson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Back to Bridges. To the middle. And it's Towns with the power finish.
The problem is the defense has now allowed Karl-Anthony Towns to establish the rhythm. Now you've got to double him or get it out of his hands because he's cooking right now.
To the inside. And stolen by Bridges. Inside. Towns, that's good. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
The kick to Durant. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Knicks trail by 3. To the inside. Blocked! They get it back. Pass to Hart. Now Brunson. Here's Bridges. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
And so it's Phoenix with it. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Durant. Puts up a 3. Towns with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Golden opportunity to take the lead. Instead, he merely knots up the score.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Offensive board.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the free throw, no good. And so it's Phoenix with it. 3-point lead. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. Durant inside. Beal outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Richards. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal. And the Suns lead by 5.
Terrific handle right there by Beal. Comes off the pick with his head up, looking for his teammates.
Count that bucket.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Outside Booker. Pass to Durant. From deep 3-point land.
Well, Durant's such a tough cover in the pick and roll. He will take what the defense gives him. In that instance, nice pass.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Sinks it from distance. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Pass to Richards. Back to Durant. Now here's Beal. Outside Durant. It falls!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Hard with it. Back to Brunson. Outside Hart. From outside the arc. And the officials call the over the back.
Lost myself and then I made my bedroom. Sitting back thinking got too much headroom. Thinking about my relationships that didn't even last. What I didn't get out of them, I swear that I'm trying to get it up about you. You let me go and now I feel so light blue. I'm by myself and I'm just staring at the red moon. I'm by myself and I'm just staring.
go, come on, let's go, it's my song.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Bridges, right side. Pass to Achua. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
The kick out to Barnes. The three ball. Knicks with the rebound. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all missed significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Now, here's Bridges. Here's Brunson. Off target with the fadeaway.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And stolen by Achua. Over Barnes. Brunson outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. It's Fox with the drive. Launches from deep. It's rebounded by Towns. And here are the Knicks. To the inside. Out to Bridges. Brunson outside. 4 on the clock. Tries again. And Towns finishes inside.
Yeah, that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
San Antonio again missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Inside. Pass to Hart. New York moving it around. And Brunson gets it to go.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
Here's Brunson to the paint. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
And the basket by Castle.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Brunson, that's a two-pointer. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Outside, Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Towns. New York leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Achua.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Vassell with it. Back to Fox. Barnes outside. pass to Vassell. Shot clock at 5. Back to Barnes. Offline with his 3. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe. Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From 10 feet out, and the shot is long. The Knicks with the lead. Brunson right side. And it's good for 2.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
San Antonio again missing. And stolen by Wembanyama. And so it's the New York Knicks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job.
The Knicks, 14.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Brunson, hard finish inside. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Down low, Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. New York leading by 11. There's the 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Here's Paul. Off on the layup.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
And the basket is good. Achua's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
San Antonio again missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Substitution of
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Hart. No good from outside. Spurs trail by 15. Here's Champagnie. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Brunson, left side. drills the three-pointer. Brunson's got 13.
Jalen Brunson right now attacking without hesitation. His foot is on the gas pedal.
Pass to Mamu Kalashvili to stop the run. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Towns. Out to Brunson. Off target from outside. Here's Branham. He has yet to score. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Champagnie. Kicks it out to Paul. Sohan with the screen. The drive by Paul. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Pass to Hart. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Knicks lead by 17.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Over to the left wing. Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now here's Brunson. With 1 on the clock. The shot, no good. Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They led by as many as 18 points. Out to Bridges. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Pass to Tucker. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's
I'm out of there 2-3.
Offensively.
Shot on the wing. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 7 points.
I tell you what, Fox shooting now in rhythm. Got to respect also his decision-making, really getting a good feel for how the D is playing.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And here is Hart. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Brunson stays.
I'm out of there 2-3.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
Here's Fox. No good off the front iron. New York leading by 15. Pass to Tucker. To the paint. Here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Now, here's Vassell. Outside for Wembanyama. Oh, three ball, Wembanyama!
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Back to Bridges. Pass to Tucker. Fires for three. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 14. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Out left to the wing. Here's Tucker. And the three ball is good.
Come out of there, 2-3.
A pair of threes now here in the third for the Knicks.
Listen, we know this isn't the most prolific scorer, but Tucker can burn you if you give him too much room to operate.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And they come right back with their own.
You got to hit them all.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset,
Come out of there, 2-3.
only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Three-pointer, Fox. The Knicks leading by 16. Inside. Here's Towns. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And that's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Castle. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Off target from three-point range. Brunson outside. The kick out to Towns. Back to Brunson. New York moving it around. And he can't jam it through. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. It's an 18-point game. And good that time.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. On defense, the Spurs. They trail by 16. Brunson with it. 15 points in the game. And he lays it straight in. Brunson's got 17 now.
Well, this is the very definition of Jalen Brunson's game. His ability to get past defenders and create for himself or his teammates. That is nicely done.
Here's Branham. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's the New York Knicks with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close.
The Knicks, 48.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. New York leading by 18. Pass to Achua. Brunson surveying the D. Paul with the steal. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And it's no secret that Paul is an energetic defender, constantly swiping at the ball and ripping away steal.
The offensive rebound. And here's Brunson outside. No good, shot missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's Sohan missing. New York with the ball. Brunson outside. Outside, Towns. New York, no good that time either. Spurs trail by 16. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Paul. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Chris Paul is as competitively tough as they come. Good finish on the interior.
Pass to Hart. Puts up a three. That one, no good. And the Spurs with possession. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Knicks lead by 14.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And that's one of Fox's strengths, trying to involve his teammates first. A really good passer who wants to play for his guys.
Shot by Champagnie, no good. New York leading by 12. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. On defense, the Spurs to the inside. Towns. That one, no good. Good defense by Wembanyama. Vassell wide open. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also giving guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And that one's good. Towns.
That's just outstanding floor awareness from Jalen Brunson. It doesn't matter if he's at the 1 or the 2. He always makes the right play.
Here's Fox. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Pass to Brunson. Back to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And there's the drive. And the basket by Castle.
You like how Castle plays at his pace, accelerating when he wants to.
Brunson right side. Out to Bridges. Now Towns. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. It's good. Hart's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
So it's San Antonio now. 9-point game. Spurs working the ball around now. And Fox gets it to go.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
A three from Wembanyama. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
And here are the Knicks now. They led by as many as 18 points. And they go to the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Now the Knicks with it. Driving the lane, and he banks in the layup.
GG's,
and
bomb.
The Knicks lead by 8.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
You trash.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough.
Bitch ass nigga, now go eat an ass.
And so it's the Knicks with the win. A solid